Hi, I'm Dr. Marianne Trent, and I'm a clinical psychologist. I own and run Good Thinking Psychological Services. Today, we're going to spend some time together thinking about how to activate our soothing system by using our 5 senses. Soothing systems can be associated with feelings of calmness, contentment, and safeness. Although it's often activated by connection with other people, it can also be engaged when we're by ourselves. When activated, our soothing system acts as a brake on our threat system and helps to slow down our bodies, including our breathing and heart rate, and our minds, including speed and type of thinking. In this way, activating the soothing system can be really helpful when we find ourselves in threat brain or threat mode, and struggling to manage our bodily reactions, feelings, and thought processes. In threat, our thinking will often be fast-paced, negative in content, and liable to focus on the worst possible outcome of any given situation. This is not our fault. Our threat system is designed in this way to make sure that we're prepared and ready to keep ourselves safe. However, if our threat system is overstimulated, for example, by the current difficult and unfamiliar situation we find ourselves in with COVID, we can find ourselves worrying about the future or ruminating about the past and unable to figure out what to do to best help ourselves in the present moment. Activating soothing helps as it facilitates slower and more reflective thinking, which in turn can allow us to work out what, if anything, we can do to help ourselves in the present moment. As we will explore together, our soothing system can also provide a helpful bridge into our compassionate mind, whereby we are more able to connect with compassionate ways of speaking to and caring for ourselves. Soothing using the senses. Whilst there are many ways to activate our soothing system, one of the most simple is to engage with sensory cues, either in our immediate environment or virtually, which helps us to feel a pleasurable sense of calmness, contentment, and safeness. Each of our senses can have a role to play, although each of us may find that different senses work particularly well for us in activating soothing. It's just a case of working out what works best for you. We'll go through some tips and suggestions for activating soothing using each of our senses. But like I said, it's important to explore what works best for you. The aim here isn't to activate hours of feeling soothed. That's not real life. That's just not how it works. But rather to engage in small moments of activating the soothing system throughout our days. These moments quickly add up and help to increase the total amount of time we spend in the soothing system on a day-to-day basis. Whilst in itself this won't get rid of any of the real or perceived threats we face, it can act as a first step in beginning to balance out our 3 systems of drive, threat, and soothing, and in turn learning to use that soothing to regulate threats and to regulate ourselves. Initially, it's helpful to try out different ways of activating our soothing system using our senses in a more structured way. For example, we might want to try to activate our soothing system for a couple of minutes at similar times each day. Then we know which triggers work best for us, and then we can start to consciously connect with these different ways of triggering our soothing system whenever we want to put the brakes on our threat system. For example, if we found ourselves in a challenging situation and started to feel that our threat system was becoming overactivated, we'd have a tried and tested solution to reach for. If you're trying something out and you find it's just not working, it's just not activating your soothing system, or perhaps it's activating other feelings instead, give yourself permission to stop and try something else. For example, you may try out a smell in the hope of activating soothing memories, but actually find that instead it activates a feeling of loss or sadness, perhaps at being unable to see that person that the smell reminds you of. Our tricky brain is very good at making connections, so do try to be compassionate with yourself and accept that whilst that particular trigger didn't work in the way you'd hoped, there will be lots of other things to try, and that you will find something that will work. In the following minutes that we spend together, we're going to go through some general tips for building up a menu of things to try out for each of our senses. Remember, you're looking to activate a feeling of calmness, contentment and safeness, even if only for a few moments. This is often associated with a longer out breath, almost like a sigh, and a sense of relaxation in the body, for example, feeling that your shoulders are relaxing and dropping down your back. It might be useful to make a note of things you have tried and whether you found them soothing. This might also include things you already know or suspect will be helpful. Some people find it helpful to collect things and store them in a physical, soothing box or a folder, or perhaps in a diary with an elastic clip on it. Keep them at home or carry them with you, and be able to carry them with you so that you can reach for them whenever you need to. For example, you could try keeping things in your bag or perhaps in a drawer at work if you know that's somewhere that you will be triggered. Firstly, our area of soothing is going to be covering sight, things we can see. Try finding things in your immediate environment, so for example in your house or your garden, or building up a collection of images on your phone or laptop and making a folder that you can easily bring to your mind and attention when you want to. If you're going out for daily exercise, you could try noticing which things in your local area help you feel soothed or calm, for example trees, flowers or architecture, and pay particular attention to these when you're out and about. And if you think that it might be useful, take a photo and add it to your folder. Sound is next. Music can be one of the most powerful ways we can activate soothing by using sound. Try putting together a playlist of songs or pieces of music you find soothing. It can be helpful to spend a few minutes paying close attention to sounds in your immediate environment, such as birdsong, children playing, or your pet purring. There's also a wide range of apps which allow you to access different sounds from the natural world. For example, relaxing nature sounds, calming sounds. Check out YouTube, there's plenty. Our next sense is smell. Our sense of smell is all part of our olfactory system. Big words. In one of the most powerful routes into emotional memories is our sense of smell, and this can activate a sense of connection with others, even when we're not able to be with them. For example, perfume or aftershave, or cooking or baking, which remind us of our loved ones, can be helpful in this way. Our choice of soothing smells tends to be really personal, really bespoke. Freshly cut grass isn't going to be soothing for someone with hay fever, for example. If you have favourite products with a smell you find soothing, for example hand cream or bubble bath or body lotion, try using these products more regularly and in a more mindful way. For example, by paying close attention to the smell as you apply the cream and taking some soothing breaths as you do. Lots of my clients tell me they particularly like scented candles and to be able to take the lid off and have a big whiff anytime they need to regulate themselves. Touch is next. We are designed as humans and mammals to find touch soothing, and of course a hug or holding the hand of a loved one can be a really effective way to regulate our threat system. If you live with a loved one, you could try paying attention to small elements of physical contact as a great way of activating soothing. However, if not, or perhaps if you don't find this sort of physical contact soothing for whatever reason, there are many other ways to activate soothing through touch. Stroking or sitting with pets can be a really speedy route into soothing. Sometimes the touch of material can be used, for example, snuggling up to a favourite jumper or dressing gown or carrying around a small piece of fabric can help you to activate your soothing system. Next is taste, and comfort eating gets a lot of bad press, but our bodies and brains are designed to be soothed by food. Our first experience of being cared for as a baby is so closely linked to receiving nourishment. Similar to smells, certain tastes can also be a really speedy route into emotional memories of being cared for or just spending time with our loved ones. If you are aware that certain tastes, flavours or textures, or maybe even whole meals, helps you to feel soothed, try building these into your daily or weekly plan for things that you plan to eat. As with smells, which taste you find soothing will be really personal to you. If you struggle with issues around food and eating, or are just concerned about the impact of using a taste as a way of soothing for any reason, it's fine to just focus on the other 4 senses. If you have enjoyed what we've done, you might find it helpful to think about when you are in distress, using the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 approach. That's 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things that you can feel, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And use that to ground yourself in the present moment and to help calm your threat system down and engage your soothing system. If you have enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and comment on this post if you feel you would like to. And if you've got any questions or struggle with putting this into practice, give me a shout by sending me a message. If you'd like to consider some one-to-one therapeutic work with me to help you move towards your goals and alleviate your stress, then do get in touch with me via my website or social media channels. I have been Dr. Marianne Trent. I'm a clinical psychologist and I own and run Good Thinking Psychological Services. Thank you.